Yo, what's up internet? My name's Nerdy, and this is One Piece. Impel down. We have reached a new arc. That's right. Apparently, this arc is called Impel down, which makes sense because that's where they're going. But really excited, but also so curious. I really thought when we went here, we would go with all the Straw Hats. And so it seems like we're not going to. Like, it's going to be Luffy and Hancock for a while. Crazy. Anyway, let's dive into it because I want to know what happens. I am so excited. If you want the full interaction, go to patreon.com/nerdynightly. But if you don't, stay here because you're already here and the video is about to begin. Hoodlums, but also like anti-slavery people. You should be... Oh yeah, I told Luffy about his dad. So, famous criminal, so he is saying... He's good for nothing father. So his father can't be Whitebeard then. Oh, so it's more of an adoption sort of thing. Oh, Whitebeard is so dead. He's an adopted father in an anime who's sick and old, and the show's about passing the torch from one generation to the next? Dude's fucking dead. Oh my god, Boa. Buggy! My boy! It's been so long! Oh shit, look at his new ship. No fucking way, the gang's back together! Is Buggy gonna fuck this up for Luffy? Or is Buggy gonna be the distraction that lets them get into Impel down? It's you guys who wanted to come here. Buggy is also an Impel down. Oh, okay. Wait, Ace and Buggy are friends? Alright. When would they have met, though? Damn, Alvita, that's fucking cold. Captain John? Who the fuck is Captain John? Richie, you good boy. Alright, have fun. Have a peaceful execution. That's funny. Look, they're being a little doomsday about it, but like, what the fuck are they gonna do? They're not great. You know what I mean? Like, the fucking Buggy's C-tier team is not gonna break into Impel down. The tub current. I create the tub current when I'm in the bath. Just moving that water around. I feel so cool, even though I'm definitely not. Man, I haven't had a bath in a while. I'm very large. They do not fit in many tubs. Oh, cool. Okay, Oda. Okay. Chopper? What the fuck? Is this Chopper's like new arch nemesis they're introducing? I'm not gonna lie, there's a lot more pirates in Impel Down than I thought. I thought this would only be for like higher ticket items, you know what I mean? Bigger bounty people. Not sort of the like rank and file. Jesus Christ. Oh. Is it another Cerberus? So Ace has been having a great time. It's easy living. Damn. The symbol has like swastika-esque shape to it without being a swastika, which is interesting. You know, like there's very much a like between the Russian sort of surf military camp of the Robin Bridge Island and then Impel Down having this sort of like German uniform inspired kind of look. It's interesting what Oda's trying to say, right?
バスターコールより軍艦の数が多いぞ。ここは今世界で最も危険な場所じゃ。
Although there the symbol doesn't look as swastika-y, but when it was on the one on their shoulders kind of did.
わらわとて噂でしか知らぬが。
Yeah, they called it on me.
機で総攻撃をするという海軍最強の軍事作戦。
Robin survived it twice.
遥か海底におるのじゃろう。さあ、服の中へ。
All right. No more jokes. It's serious business time. Men are so disappointing. Just consistently. Although so are the women of Amazon Lily, so.
石にして構わぬか?
Please don't.
手に海楼石の女王。さらに入り口では厳重なるボディチェックをさせてもらう。
Fuck.
わらわなら構わぬ。
何?
Oh,
道家のバギー檻から消えただ
the
と。
fuck?
かわいい。厄介もん。全開サービス全開
How is Luffy gonna get through this, though?
お気をつけてアゴン様いってらっしゃい
Disgusting. It's so interesting the way Oda's handling the commentary of how Hancock is treated because of her beauty, right? It is gross. Like he's not portraying it as comedic, which I really appreciate. It is kind of, it's genuinely off-putting. And I think that, you know, I know a lot of women who are very attractive and that's kind of their livelihood. And the way they are treated, it's like, well, this is, the commentary on this is he's kind of nailing it in a way. What the fuck? And then... Are he and Maria the same race of people? Magellan. Interesting.
奥の鉄釜でたぎる100度の地獄のぬるま湯に突き落とされ、殺菌消毒を兼ねた洗礼を受けていただき。
200 degrees? Wouldn't that kill most people?
疑うわけではありませんが、不審な行動を取られませんように。インペルダウンの内部には至るところに監視電電虫が。
Ooh. Wait. They have video monitors? The snails can zoom and enhance. That's so goofy. I love it.
Ace 公開処刑まであと33時
Ooh, fun way to end the episode. After, you know, we don't have any more plot, so just, I don't know, put some filler in of a bunch of random shots. Wow. They made Impel Down scary, man. Good job. Cool. The Vice Warden is so goofy. Like, it's so fun because they're like, this place is like sort of Nazi Germany-esque. They've got the red armbands. They've got kind of the aesthetic of the browns and the reds and the idea of it. Even the sunglasses feel very like period. Not necessarily like Nazi. I'm not saying the aviators are Nazi sunglasses, but you know, they're a little bit more modern, right? In terms of style. Modern being very whatever. Interesting though, like they've made Impel Down this very scary place that emulates sort of the real world trappings of fascism and terror and like government down terror. But then the Vice Warden is an Egyptian demon Batman. You know what I mean? Like they're like, okay, we've created this prison that is very scary in a very real world way. But it's One Piece, so the guy that runs it doesn't wear a shirt and has horns and like a pharaoh's thing. But it's not even like, it's not, because my understanding of the pharaoh kind of piece is that it wasn't a sock that's holding his hair, but this guy's got the shape of the pharaoh thing, but then his hair is coming out the bottoms of it, which means that it's like like the bun my wife sleeps with her hair in. It's so fascinating, the like disparity of that character and the place that we find him in. I don't know how Luffy and Hancock get through this. I really don't, but I'm excited to find out. I'm excited to get to it. Like I was saying about the sexualizing of Hancock, it is deeply fascinating how much commentary it feels like there is in it. And I that has to come from Oda, because Toei, in all of my understanding of everything so far that I've had a problem with, has mostly been the way that Toei has overly sexualized the version of events that Oda has given them, right? We see that with the Nami scene in the bathroom in Thriller Bark. I believe also the sauna scene from Alabasta. Toei, in my opinion, has not done the best job handling that element of the story. And that's not saying that Oda is perfect, right? Like, Oda is also down to do that sort of visualizing of the female body in that way. Look at the character designs from Thriller Bark, right? Or from Amazon Lily. But in the commentary and the degree to which the men of this world treat Hancock, even after she says don't, right? In that moment when she's like, don't, just shut the fuck up, and they're like, well, don't be so mean, that feels very much like the social commentary of One Piece, right? The anti-government, anti-fascism, anti-establishment, anti, you know, the bad things of the world that One Piece stands for. This series that's so much about freedom and so much about kind of personal responsibility and the value of dreams and, you know, the freedom to explore the life that you want to lead. And the thing that is holding Hancock back from doing that is her beauty and the beauty of the other women of Amazon Lily, right? They're the beauty of the untouched land she's from, that these men would pillage and that they would turn into sex slaves. Like, this is a world where we know that if the agreement between her and the government were to break down, a lot of the women of Amazon Lily would probably end up in the same sexual slavery position that she was in to the Celestial Dragons. And while I do find the 29, 17-year-old age gap between her and Luffy weird, the character that she is so based on the way she's viewed. And there's a sort of arrested development to her character that comes from having been sexualized so much that she can't view any man as even a potential, like, dinner partner, let alone an actual date, right? And because of that, Luffy sits in this very odd place of being so much younger than her, but being probably closer to her emotional age in terms of her, like, understanding of male-female relationship dynamics. Because every man has put her in this box that has kept them from ever having a genuine connection to her. And that's deeply fascinating. It doesn't mean that I'm, like, comfortable with them ending up together right now, right? I think the age gap is too large, and I think that would be unhealthy, honestly. Like, I think that Hancock has this maturing she needs to do before she can be in a place where she is in a healthy place to have a relationship, right? But the way this show is still, even with Luffy there, and even though we're moving on to something else, showing Hancock being consistently pedestalized and turned into this object to be viewed and not this object to be, or not a person to be respected, is so fascinating. Like, it really is so much deeper than I thought this was going to get. And I keep saying that. And Oda keeps going deeper than I think it's going to get. And so I need to start just expecting these things to become these much deeper commentaries. Because other than a few parts earlier, you know, I don't think Skypiea did that as well. I don't think, like, Alabasta did those things as well. But those are the arcs that I don't enjoy as much as kind of this era, the beginnings of One Piece, and then this era of One Piece, which I think is basically perfect television. I think that he's just made something so deeply interesting here, and I love it. I've become very, very attached to not Boa Hancock as, like, a character. Yes, Boa Hancock is a character, but not so much her present, but about my desire for her to, much like Nico Robin, right? And I think that this is why I love the character of Nico Robin so much, is she started out as this character who was put into this box. Not a sexualized one, but this, you know, hunted for her childhood knowledge and who she is and where she comes from. And she has grown out of that to understand what genuine friendship is. And I want that for Hancock now. I want her to... I hope she's in a lot of the show moving forward, because I want to get to watch her grow to be able to have a genuine relationship with people. And because even her sisters, even her pirates, I don't think she does right now, right? I think that she is so emotionally sheltered by what has been put upon her by the men of this world, that she is incapable right now of having a genuine relationship. She doesn't understand what a relationship with Luffy would be, right? Which is why it's not really creepy, right? A 29-year-old grooming a 17-year-old is creepy, right? But this isn't, because she's not grooming him. She doesn't know what she's doing. She doesn't know what she's feeling. She's lost. And she's not acting on it, right? She's just sort of having these very immature sort of fantasies about him because she doesn't have any understanding of anything more than that. And in fact, if Luffy were to make a move on her, I don't think she would know what to do, right? She doesn't have a grasp of an actual, like, foundation, which is unfortunate because it does mean that she could be easily taken advantage of. But I obviously I don't think Luffy would do that. And so I'm very curious to watch these two characters grow together. Luffy maturing into the leader and this kind of King of the Pirates character that he's going to become. And Boa Hancock, I'm hoping throughout, you know, a long time in the show, growing to be able to have the wall up that she has that keeps the people who mistreat her out, but find ways to create doors in that wall to allow people to experience friendship with her genuinely. And I hope One Piece explores that, because the foundation they've laid for that growth is so fascinating. And I think really well done. Anyway, that was a long thing. Let's watch the next episode, because I genuinely don't know how Luffy and Hancock get out of this. All right, here we go. How are we getting out of this one, chat? That worked? No way.
よいぞ、ルフィ。
Right, because he... Oh my god. And when she comes back, she doesn't remember.
もっとそなたの力になりたいが。
何言ってんだよ。
That's sweet.
軍艦が取り囲んでる建物の中にまで入れたらもう十分だ。
Yeah, but how are you getting out, bud?
そなたは強いが暴れない。そう約束してほしい。
I think Luffy's gonna promise to get in the most trouble.
本当にありがとう、ハンコック。
Please don't get in any trouble.
わらわのことをハンコックと呼んでくれたのか。
The boy learned my name.
ハンコック。
Oh my god.
もはや根性に悔いはなし。
The bar is literally on the floor.
副所長として中を確認するという建前でハンコック殿のボディチェックを除く。
Great, we're all just perverts.
わらわを誰だと思うておる。
面目ない。そこはインペルダウンのルールなので一つ。
Come on, Luffy.
少し記憶が飛んだ感じ。はよ案内せ。
Let's go.
このリフトを使って地下4階 監獄所長マゼランのいる消熱
The burning heat floor?
ブーンを祈る。
どうした
Jesus Christ.
いして
ハンコック殿
Has there ever been a more delusional person? Most people. I feel like everyone in high school has been like, what did they say? At least one time.
さてどこへ行けばいいのかな
I love that Luffy's just like Spider-Maning around in here. Just clinging to the roof.
ローマンブルゴイが帰還します
What the fuck?
ご苦労さん肉は冷凍室へ
The fuck are those?
インペルダウン地下1階レベル1はグレンフロア
グレンとは何じゃ。
それは秘密です
That's a secret.
続く地下2階レベル2は
Oh.
レベル4まで着くには少々時間がかかりますその間囚人たちの悲鳴
Here's the pleasant screams. This is Wonderwall.
エースはこの下か
Oh shit. Does Luffy have to go through the entirety of this shit?
こんなところで毎朝毎晩拷問好きにされてたら命がいくつあっても足りねえだろうがよ
Buggy, you need to see a chiropractor. God damn.
無理かじゃあそこでのたれ死んどけ
They didn't know that he was a devil fruit user, so they didn't... Wait, why didn't they know he was a devil fruit user? He has a bounty.
もう忘れちゃったよなんだと
Why didn't they have him in sea prism cuffs?
監視のでんでん虫か
The fact that it's just its eyes moving is so funny to me. Well, shit.
お晩です見つけたぞ
Fuck.
一応拷問が待ってるぜ出たブルゴリだ
Oh, these things are fucking security here? Well, at least they can't chop Buggy apart.
囚人番号8200だ何逃げられやしない
8,200? Oh my god. If they can just... If Luffy could, like, unlock all the cells and let people out, 8,200 fucking prisoners would do some damage to this place. Smooth moves, Luffy. Smooth moves. Alright, why is it called the Crimson Floor? Oh, shit.
こっちか
Okay. The first reunion of Buggy and Luffy. Oh my god. Why? I love that this prison is set up like an Indiana Jones movie set. But also, why would you put the buttons to set those off in places where you can't see the hallways?
ちょっとお前なんで外に出てるんだなんだどうした
Why are you running in place?
なんで檻の外にいるんだよ
ごちゃごちゃうるせえな
Wow, you guys are irritating.
そうだ頼むよ兄ちゃんこの広い世界で
I mean, it would help him, right? Cause a bigger prison break. Although they might just lock off the bottom floors.
殺されるぞ
バラバラの身の能力者をなめんなよ
Luffy, you're not going to acknowledge? There it is. He's not going to remember his name, is he?
なんだバギー
Oh, it's just Buggy! It's just Buggy.
俺の倒幕を聞きつけて俺を助けねえ
No, Buggy. That's gross?
じゃねえ
Oh, man. These two. What a dynamic they have.
こっそり大数大作戦が台無しになったとこなんだよ知る
Who gives a shit?
お前や赤髪のそういうとこが嫌い
You and red-haired.
分かった
Okay, here we go. It's the team up. Okay. Okay, that worked. Now only like 1,000 more of those guys to go. Oh, that's the end. Of course it is. Of course it is. I am so excited to have Buggy back. This is great. Great. I think, oh, it's just Buggy. You haven't seen this guy in like months. Literally months. You've traveled the world. You literally, the last time Luffy saw Buggy was in the East Blue. There's no part. There's not a single part of Luffy that's like, what are you doing here? It's just, it's Buggy. All right. Well, whatever. This is fascinating. I love the concept of Luffy having to start teaming up with the other pirates that he previously defeated, right? Because Arlong is here, Buggy's here. I don't think Kuro's here, but like, it's fun that Luffy could bring together the like villains of the first, not arc, but the first kind of saga of the show, and those are how he breaks out of Impel Down, is with the people that are here kind of because of him, right? Like without Luffy, like Arlong would probably just be still fucking shit up in the East Blue. Buggy might have gone to the Grand Line, so like maybe Buggy would have ended up here either way. But yeah, just it's so funny to be in this place where these characters are all coming back at a time when this story's at its most dire, and we're sort of reintroducing those early antagonists. But now, because Luffy is so much stronger and has gone through so much and has had his worldview shifted as he's experienced more and more of kind of the boot of the world government's heel on everybody, those same characters can now be allies, if not friends, right? And that's just, it's fun. It's really cool. I've been waiting for Buggy to come back for a long time, and this was a great way to do it. I'm so excited to watch them have to work together. It's also nice that he's the only Straw Hat here, right? Bringing Buggy back now in a way where Luffy needs somebody, it would be very different if all the Straw Hats were around, because we'd be like, oh, Buggy's taking up screen time in this arc that has so many people that are doing all these things. If you had introduced him like in Ennie's lobby, it would have been like, we don't need another person right now, but we literally need another person right now because Hancock obviously can't come down this far. She has to maintain kind of the veneer of her place in society. And so you get this situation where like either Luffy's alone for this whole arc, or you put someone with him. And who do you put with him? This character that you've been waiting to come back for a while. It's just really clever, really funny, really good writing. I'm so excited. I have been itching to go to Impel Down since Ennie's lobby. I thought that was going to be the next arc, right? I thought that Robin was going to get taken there and we're going to go down, we're going to save Tom. I still hope Tom's here. I doubt it, but I would love for it. It would be weird for Tom to be alive and living in Impel Down if Frankie's not in the arc to see him, you know what I mean? So I don't think that's going to happen. My dreams will be crushed, but just really, really good episodes. Really good episodes of One Piece. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for this arc now. That was like, as soon as it was Buggy, I was like, okay, let's fucking do this. Let's team up with this awful clown that I adore for some fucking reason, and let's break out of prison. Why not? I also want to meet Jinbei a lot. This arc has made me very curious. You know, Jinbei initially is set up as this potential antagonist for the future for Luffy, right? Like, he's beaten Arlong, and so the next logical steps to fight up the ranks of like evil fishmen, which you think at the time that the fishmen are these kind of like overly aggressive characters, is going to be Jinbei, and that like Jinbei is going to be to the Grand Line what Arlong is to the East Blue. And then between Arlong and this moment in Impel Down, your perspective on the fish people is so shifted by the story of the world government and slavery and all of these things that One Piece introduces, that now when we meet Jinbei, I will be surprised if he is an antagonist, particularly because he's in prison here, right? And I do wonder what kind of relationship Luffy and Jinbei develop here. Luffy saving Jinbei. Because I'm assuming that that's going to happen. Not for any particular reason other than the show has done... Through Hachi, the show did this big push towards kind of finessing our understanding of fish people and becoming against the concept of their imprisonment and their slavery. And really making sure the audience understood that they were still being mistreated. And I think that the logical follow-up to Hachi is... And then finding out that Hancock was saved by the fishman guy, right? Tiger Fisher, right? To follow that by Luffy saving this fishman, it just is sort of a natural narrative flow from Hachi to Boa Hancock's story to this that I think will probably happen. And does Luffy break them all out, right? Does he break out Crocodile? And what does it mean to break out Crocodile? A man who genuinely deserves to be there. Does he break out Arlong, right? Is Arlong repentant for his behavior enough that it makes sense to break him out and give him this second chance? And if he takes a second chance, what could Arlong become if he understood why he ended up here and became better, right? What is the value of rehabilitative justice? And I think that One Piece, by having the world government be so awful, having a narrative that also goes into second chances and rehabilitative justice and what it means for people to learn their lessons and become better people would be really like up my alley in terms of what I want to see. And I hope we go down that road. I would love to see... Crocodile a little bit less. I'm a little bit less interested in his rehabilitation, honestly, than I am in Arlong's. Arlong's rehabilitation into a more positive force in the world would be something I would love for this show to explore over a long period of time and really show the process of that and the struggle of that would be really cool to me. Now that we've reframed the fishmen so much from what Arlong introduced us to them as. Damn. This is fucking juicy. I can't wait to watch some more. If you would like the video, like, subscribe to the channel. If you don't, hit the dislike button. Leave mean comments down below because the algorithm god is hungry and we must feed her. This episode, that algorithm goddess is Boa Hancock. Yeah, because it's not Domino. You know what I mean? It's Boa Hancock. Yeah. Great stuff with her. I'm so excited to watch Oda explore the commentary that is with that character. I talked about it enough. I'm not going to bring it up again, but like, damn, really good stuff. If you want to follow me around the internet, you can. I'm at nerdynightly. Do something nerdy tonight.